President of the Muslim Youth Association here in Sheffield. Thank you for being with us this afternoon, Saeed. What is your reaction to this latest attack?
First of all, on behalf of the AMYA Muslim Youth Association, we condemn the barbaric London attack that took place on Saturday in the strongest terms. Our heartfelt prayers and thoughts are with the people of London and all those affected. The harming of innocent people can never be justified under any circumstances. And it was shocking news. It was just very shocking. Woke up in the morning, saw the news, and it was horrific, and seriously was not expecting that to happen.
Do you have any idea why these generally young men are doing what they're doing?
I don't know, because Islam itself is a very, very peaceful religion, and people coming out and doing such an act, I think it's nothing to do with religion, to be honest. I don't know where that hatred is coming and why these people are coming out. It's a big question. It's a big question for everyone. Everyone is asking each other that why this is happening. But again, it is terrifying, and people are finding themselves unsafe. That's the bigger issue at the moment.
The predominantly young men, and I know we've heard a lot of criticism actually in the past about mosques, particularly being run by older people, often not necessarily born in the UK, who perhaps don't understand what it's like to be a British young Muslim, and perhaps aren't able to communicate with younger members of the community properly. Of course, you're from the Muslim Youth Association, and I wonder how you feel that's gone, and if there's more work to be done.
Personally, I don't think so. That's the case, because I'll talk about the Ahmadiyya Muslim Association. We have got a lot of young imams. Even the imam of the Sheffield Mosque is only 25 years old.
Wow.
He's younger than me. But this doesn't mean he's not qualified. He has spent 7 years in the education here. But I think the worst part is that it's not what the teaching is. It's the individual's perspective and how they're interpreting the religion. When it comes to our mosque, we teach a very peaceful message, and the good thing about the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association and the community itself is that we come under one Caliph. His name is Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, and he resides in London, and he is the champion of peace himself. He has been going out all over the world representing Islam and spreading the message of peace. He has been to UK Parliament, he has been to Canadian Parliament, USA Parliament, Brussels, all over the world, and the only message is the peaceful teaching of Islam, and how we should tackle these situations, and how we we all have a responsibility towards the society, and what we should be doing to maintain that peace.
And of course, I've just actually had a question from David in Sheffield, and he's asking, what do younger Muslims think about the attacks? But I suppose, you're not a homogenous group. You're not all going to think the same. And I wonder what people are saying to you.
I've been asked this question so many times, and every time I say that, there are various points of view coming from different people. But again, when it comes to the youth in our community, from year 7, when we start coming to the meetings, in every meeting we pledge that we're going to give our time, wealth, and honor for the sake of our faith, country, and nation. So that's the pledge which we read out.
Right.
And this is instilled from childhood, that we are there for the nation. And it's just not mere words. We go out to do charity walks. We go and do tree planting, street cleanings. The Manchester attack happened. We all were there in the vigil ceremony held in Albert Square. I was there myself. I opened, we had love for all, hatred for none, which is our motto of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Association. We unveiled that banner, and there was a massive applause. About thousands of people, they came, shook hands with me. They were crying, they were hugging, because they know that Islam is a very peaceful religion. Seeing young people coming out and promoting that message was really touching for everyone there in the crowd.
So do you have a sense of hope, actually? Because we heard earlier, the Breakfast team spoke to South Yorkshire's Assistant Chief Constable Dave Hartley, and he said he was worried about a backlash of hate crime. How do you feel about that? Or do you feel, actually, that perhaps there is a shift or a change, or people are starting to understand that this isn't a Muslim problem, this is a terrorist problem, this is a small group of crackpots, losers, basically?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think we are doing the right thing at the moment, that we all should be educating people that Islam or any religion, say it Christianity, all religions teach peaceful message. There's not even a single religion which promotes hatred. So to blame a religion is I think everybody has understood that that's not what is needed. It's more of how to tackle these terrorists, I think.
And that's the big question, isn't it?
Exactly.
And we heard from Dr. Alan Billings saying it's a very difficult situation. Lots of people being watched or known to the authorities, but so many that there wouldn't be enough police officers to monitor each person. So how do you... Because we need to stop people feeling like this, don't we?
And I think, mosques should be open to the government, and, because we are proud of our... I mean, I personally am proud of being an Ahmadiyya Muslim, because, we know that, our motto, love for all, hatred for none, is something which gives a positive message to the community, and the message itself coming out of our mosque is totally peaceful message. So I think we need to come up with a plan, and we need to come up with something which should actually stop this sort of incidents, because I think it's high time now.
And when you say we need to come up with a plan, is that the government, or is it the community? Is it mosques?
It has to be the government, because I think the mosques, because every time this happens, everybody comes from the mosque and says that Islam is a very peaceful religion. Now, where is that coming from then? I can guarantee that the Mosque of Ahmadiyya Muslim Association and are totally promoting the message of peace, and by the sheer grace of Allah, there's not been a single person from our community who has been radicalized or has been involved in such incident. We are proud of that. Now,
but the same isn't true for other mosques.
Exactly. But again, as I think, they should, for this to come into tactics, I think that the monitoring should be done as well.
Okay.
So that if there is any way, the intelligence is thinking that, probably this is a particular side or particular group which is actually promoting hate, there should be a sort of proper monitoring happening.
Saeed, lovely to talk to you this afternoon. Thank you for coming in. Saeed Nazir.